Good morning.
Okay, guys, this morning I want to talk about trust and trust. Okay, so as you see, okay, of course there is a government rule that sick leave is allowed for the employee, correct? Right, and as long as you give the doctor certificate or in my saya surat dokter, surat pengantar dokter. Okay, why we require the surat pengantar dokter? It's not that because we don't trust you. Because the important things from the smart doctor or the doctor certificate is we know what you actually get. Okay? So it's not that we want to know the medical something and we want to know if there is something that we can help. You know what I mean? From our side. Why you get sickness, why you need to off or something like that. That's why we require to have smart doctor. And believe me, we also check from our side, not because we don't trust you, but we need to check what actually you get. You know, and then if the doctor tell or something like that, but the doctor usually not tell because as you see, the sick is, like the illness is supposed to be secret, I think, it's in the doctor info, it's between the doctor and the patient, but they can say that it's patient, they can reduce this and this to reduce their symptom. You know what I mean? Okay. So, for example, maybe these people because of this, they have to stretch out, this one, they have to something like that, or they need to rest of this much of days. We just to synchronize it, to cross check what we can improve from ourselves. And it's break my heart also when I found out a report that from one of our from the employee they have they use the fake certificate. Take 3 days off and the fake certificate. I mean, like things like this is that the like I mean, like you are not in the college anymore. You know what I you are in the you are not in the college anymore. In the college, I believe maybe you might have one or two times doing the fake doctor certificate or something like that. But you are in professional life. Okay, be careful on that because there is a law behind it. When you okay, use a fake certificate, you can read that it is against the law. It's not just against the law of the government, it's against the law in real life. It can put you in jail if someone sees it. And then, so, please, okay. Of course, we trust you. Of course, if you are in really sick, you give us doctor certificate. It's okay. You check in something like that. You know what I mean? But don't, please, don't betray the trust. Because trust is easily built and easily broken, right? So later I will become one. It is because of one people that I began questioning the other when they are sick. You know what I mean? And when we check and it's not really and it's not the no, it is fake or fake it. It's a bad consequence of it. Right? Okay. So please don't do it. There is one already doing it. You guys the rest don't do it. Okay. You say lack motivation, talk to me. I think I lack motivation this one and that one. Why? Maybe we can discuss. Many people did that also. They talk to me also. They lost motivation. Why I cannot do this? I lost motivation much, something like that. And then we talk. What is your actual problem? Because sometimes it's a problem. Okay, a problem. It's not about work. Okay, you might carry some problem on your side. Okay, and when you are have this much, you know what I mean? Imagine a glass and you have imagine a bottle and you have already full like this. with your own problem, and then you come to work, and there is a little problem in the work, and everything explodes. You know what I mean? And you will blame the work for it. You know what I mean? You'll say that this because of this work I do like this, but actually you already bring something from your side. Okay, you know what I mean? I hope you understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So most of the time when people tell the work is really stressful, is something else. No, it is not. I'm sorry to say that because it is an hour of job. You know what I mean? After an hour, you post the things, you done. You know what I mean? You done. But usually, what make you stress out or something like that is because you bring something outside the world. You just cannot be avoided. You know what I mean? Cannot be avoided. You might have problem with your girlfriend, parent, friend, or something like that, and you increase little by little. You take it and when come to work, there is a little problem in the work. You know what I mean? That maybe it's just usual problem, but you already handle so much. Okay, and you added one tip off. But that's what I. You know what I mean? Then you feel like really stressed, and then you blame. This is one is because of work, something like that. So talk. Okay, talk. You can talk to me. You can talk to HR. You can talk to the that's something like that. It's not just like we are existing here to just like work something like that. You can talk also. Okay? Maybe not solving the problem, but sharing a little, it will reduce your burden. Okay? So uh, if you lack motivation, okay, talk. Talk to me. Okay? To the technical manager also, or to the HR also. Okay, talk. Okay. Anyway, we are your friend with the work, you know what I mean? If you think that the work is only work and you just think like, okay, I don't want to do something like that, and what I mean is like you don't work is only work for me, I don't want to get close with my friend in the work, it's okay also. But you will be very miserable, you know what I mean? You will spend your life most of the time with your colleagues in work, so why not make a friend out of them also? You know what I mean? Share. I was open. You want to share something? I was always there to listen also. Okay? Cool? That's all I think. I see Mr. Chris is here. Mr. Chris, you want to add something? Or maybe?
Hi guys.
Yeah. I was talking about you, so I opened the computer.
Yeah. Actually, my PC couldn't start this morning. Usually it's already on, but when I tried to start, it was not starting, and trying to find to do it on the phone. So what Arhad mentioned, of course, is very important, because when someone is off for whatever reason, okay, when someone is off, there is the double cost for the team. First, since this person is not around, so what is this person supposed to be will not be done, or will be done by someone else. And it affects, of course, the team. So, of course, they are time to be off, and that's the reason why they are annual leave, and they are time to be at work. I believe that the number of days of annual leave plus the public holidays are good enough to sustain a balanced activity. Of course, there are also weekends, so what is important is to have a balanced activity, a balanced life. When we reach a level when some members are off because of sick leave. But the first one I'm asking myself is, wow, we have only young people around. What it would be if we would have people of my age, of 50 plus years old. Okay, at your age, there is no reason unless a regular chronic long-term disease. There is no reason to be sick at your age. And what we see is that there are some people who are systematically there, and there are some people who have the tendency to be not there. That's how we see it. Okay, and of course this affects the teamwork. This affects also our overall budget because it's part of the cost. When you are off on sick leave, we still pay you, right? So it means that there is a cost, additional cost, because anyway, the job, no matter how, no matter what, will have to be done. So we are not a big company at this point of time, as you know. So of course, we want to be very conservative, and we are very serious about our budget. The result is, despite we are a startup, but nobody in the team has been worried about will I be paid at the end of the month or not, which is the case of many startups. Okay, usually many startups they start, they give big promise, and then finally, for a reason or another, the investor is not paying on time because they don't have enough money from the customers, and then the people, the team members need to wait sometimes 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get their pay for the previous month. Here, it doesn't happen because we are stable financially. But to be stable financially, it requires to be on alert, constantly on our budget, and this is part of it. And we believe that as a human being, we have our up and down, definitely, and unfortunately, we are not done when we are on public holidays or we are on leave. Okay, it happens that let's say today we are Thursday. Some of you might not feel well. Does it mean that I am sick? Does it mean that I cannot contribute to the team? No, I still can contribute to the team. I might not be at my 100% today, okay, because maybe I have running nose, or maybe I have some headaches, maybe I didn't sleep well last night for a reason or another, okay. Today I might not be 100% of me, okay, but I'll give my best, and maybe I'll be there, at 50, 60, 70% of my strengths, but I'm still there. And that is how a team works. When one day you feel having some headaches, or you feel that it's not going to be a great productive day, okay, we do not expect you to be 100% of your strengths every day. It happens that sometimes you're 80%, sometimes you're 120%. Sometimes you are, on steroids, okay? And then, you feel everything is great, things are flowing perfectly, your team members is, you have good communication, etc. And sometimes, for a reason or another, because, you cannot speak, or, you're not really, you're not very comfortable, it happens, okay? But we take account of that. And when you talk to your team members, to your leader, today, I'm here, but I'm coughing. I'm not that comfortable. You don't need to share with everyone, but just with your team and your team leader, and maybe eventually HR. Okay, saying, okay, I'm not feeling that well today, but I'll give my best. We appreciate that. We prefer that. We prefer that than receiving last minute sick leave certificate. Very much. Remember something, you're working from the comfort of your home. Okay, so to reach the level that in the comfort of your home you are not able to contribute anything to the company, it's a bit difficult to digest actually and to accept. Okay, so that's what and when you are transparent in the fact that because you're a human being, okay, as a human being, right, today I'm not great. Maybe this morning you're not great, and after 1 or 2 hours you will be great, right? And it's also a matter of sometimes we think that, oh yeah, today is going to be like that the entire day. No, it's not the case. Maybe I have a headache now, and then 1 or 2 hours it will pass. But in the meantime, I'm still there. People can count on me. I can contribute to the team, and that is very important. Okay, that's what we expect. Okay, of course, there is no company where we lack people who trigger the medical certificate, the sick leave certificate, very quickly, because we know that unless you cannot really talk today, you cannot really do anything today for the company, you should try. Okay, it's not that you are in a hospital, okay, and that your two hands are blocked or cut, or and that your brain is frozen. Okay, sometimes we don't feel comfortable on something, okay, and it can happen. And I'm 100% sure that among the team, and that's the reason why we rewarded that, some of you never use sick leave. Never. Does it mean that they're Superman or Superwoman? No. It means that some days it happened that they were not really at their full potential, but they were still there. They were still there for their team members. They were still there for the company. And that's the reason why the company reward those people. And that is what we see. Okay. How many times I've been working when I was not really, sometimes, tired, not well asleep, or not necessarily in the mood. As simple as that, okay? It passed. It passed. Why? Because after one meeting, after one joke with someone from the team, etc., I will feel better, and then it's okay, Maybe today I will just be at 50 or 60% of my potential, but I'm still there for people. And that is how you should think. When you trigger the sick leave certificate, you somewhere let down your team members. So you have to think this way. I am sick enough to really let down my team members. They count on me. Could I maybe contribute at least 50% today? Because anyway, sick leave or not, you will be paid, right? And you are still in the comfort of your home. We are not telling you, oh, you're not on sick leave. Okay, now take your motorbike and come to the office. No, okay. And in the office run policy that we will have in Georgia is the same that we have in Mali. We believe that a modern company, and we have been trying to be a modern company, an advanced, an innovative company, not just in our product, but in our way also on managing our people, is that in Bali, there is one day that we selected as the day where we are all in the office, on Tuesday. The rest of the days, it's up to you, okay? So we kind of inverted the mindset of before COVID, okay? Now it's you choose to be in the office if you want to be in the office. And some of you are going to the office during the other days, and it's okay. And they feel comfortable there for a reason or another because, it happens like that yesterday or tomorrow I need to do something around that area, so I stay in the office. It's okay. So this flexibility, you should value it. And the best way to value it and to be grateful of it is to, when the day you are not feeling well, think that you are still in the comfort of your home and you still can contribute to the team. Okay? So that's what we see. Okay? Of course, faking medical documentation is a crime. Is a crime. At several levels. It's a crime against the law. It's a crime against our trust in you. It's a crime. And any crime is punished. So, think very much twice. If you need to take a certificate, you better leave the company because you will face really big trouble. And the person who did that will face really big trouble because the law is not as nice as us. Okay? I heard that we are talking about jail term. Okay? And everyone has faced one day or another the police in Indonesia, okay? We don't like to deal with police for anything, okay? Because they always find a way to make some money out of it, okay? Whether you don't have your helmet you're supposed to have, or when you have nothing, no problem, they still stop you and they still want to find something and to find a way to take from you 50,000, 100,000, okay? Or 20,000. So we know that, okay? I remember that it was before COVID. Chong and I, we were on the motorbike. We were both having our helmet, and we had stopped. There was a roadblock, and they were stopping everyone. I got everything: my papers, driving license, etc. And the guy still asks me, "How can I help you?" See, what are you talking about? I'm 100% clean, my papers, my helmet, etc. We didn't burn the traffic light, and you still ask me, how can you help me? No, let me go, and that's it. Otherwise I will call KPK, okay? And you will get in trouble, okay? I love to use KPK as whenever the cops stop me on the road. So that's, think about the fact that yes, sick leave is a right. We don't challenge this right, of course, but think that it's not because it's a right that we close eyes and we say, okay, never mind, you can be sick leave anytime, of course, there is some people have a pattern that sick leave on Friday, on Monday, and this we hate it. We really hate it, okay? Because it shows something. It shows that you don't want to work on Friday and Monday, okay? And this is not good at all. It's not good at all for your reputation inside the company because it means that the day we will meet someone that we say, okay, can we count on this person? We will immediately eliminate this person, even if he or she is technically capable, okay, is an expert in her or his domain. we will eliminate this person. Because I prefer someone who is not top in his or her job, but at least he or she will be there. We can count on this person, okay? And this person deserves to grow, so we will help this person to grow. We will help this person to acquire more knowledge, etc. So that's what we want to do. Today, when we look at the number of sick leave that we have compared to the number of work days, it's a big amount. It's huge. It's really much big. And it doesn't reflect the fact that we are a company made of young people. You know, we are not a company of 40 years old people, 50 years old people. We are a company of 20 plus years people. So you are all in good shape and strong, okay? It doesn't mean that you are Superman, but when you have something, a headache, a coughing, or running nose, linked also to your menstruation, okay? Go over it, take some medicine, and then, yes, you can inform your team members that, hey guys, I'm not 100% today, okay? We will appreciate that because we know that, okay, he or she is not that great today, but is there. And that is the first thing I ask any leader when they talk about the team members is the first thing. Can we count on this person? That's number one thing for me. As long as we can count on this person, okay, might not be top in her or his job, but we know we can count on this person. We know that this person will do whatever it takes to make it happen. And this is more important than anything. Do not think that because you are good in your job that you can take leave anytime. Because it hurts. It hurts. It hurts to see, hey, we were counting on this person. Wow. Last week, as you know, was a week, a special week where we have a reduced team and most of the seniors were out, okay? So we were counting on everyone. And one of us that is not around anymore, one of us let us down. And on top of that, let us down on something that we were expecting to show to EDH within, in Bali currently. So it created really, a bad atmosphere about that. So again, you are not Superman or Superwoman. It happens that some days you are, most of the time you are 100%, sometimes you will be 120%. So we also accept that you could be at 80% or 70% or even 50%. We accept that. Do not think, I have a headache, sick leave, boom. Wow. We still count on you. We count on you to make it happen. When you are not around, it creates problems. That's what you have to think when it's last minute, okay? When it's planned, I appreciate when people say, okay, in 2-3 weeks time, I need to move from this place to this place. And actually the reason, honestly, you don't even need to give a reason. I know in Indonesia, in Asia, we like to give a reason, but you don't need to give a reason. I need to be off in 2 weeks. You don't need to give a reason. As long as you plan it and you inform it, it's okay. You have your own thing. You don't need to tell us that it is to bring your brother there or your mother there or you need to take care of this and that. You don't need to explain that. Okay? Because we respect you. We trust you. You have your reason. You need a day off. You need a day off. It's okay. Or you need 2 days off. You need 2 days off. There is no need to invoke a reason, okay? Sometimes you may not even want to say the reason, and that basically you give another reason. But anyway, for me, I never read the reason why someone needs a time off in 1, 2, or 3 weeks. As long as it's ahead, we understand. You have your life, okay? You are human beings, and sometimes it happens that you need a time off for whatever reason. And we respect that. But when in the morning you don't feel okay, when in the morning you feel not 100% at yours, we count on you to be there. That's what we expect. Because you are young, because you are strong, because you are able to go over it, okay? And triggering a sick leave, yes, is right, but we don't like it, and nobody likes it, and no team members likes to know that, hey, the guy or the girl I was supposed to work today with today is not around. We have to reshuffle the work, the workflow to make it happen. So think about it, okay? We will always reward the people who make this effort because it's an effort, Yeah, it's the right to use medical certificate. So when you don't use it, despite you're not at your top level, you're still there. So we will reward you always about that. Okay? All right. I hope that you are all 100% today, and even if you're not, we know we can count on you, and that's the most important thing. Cheers, guys. Have a nice day. Let's make it happen.